Yo, what's happening, fanbase, and welcome to another episode of Honest Descriptions. Today, every Yonko in One Piece. I can't believe this is my first Honest Descriptions on One Piece. I am so happy to do this. If you want more, you gotta leave that in the comments, fam, because the My Hero Academia and Naruto communities that have seen my Honest Descriptions, and even more than those, the Seven Deadly Sins community, they appreciated it more or less. They didn't get overly triggered that I'm, honestly praising their favorite series. So let's see how One Piece takes it. So far, I love the community on YouTube. Let's see how that translates to my honesty. Of course, the word honesty definitely has quotation marks. Feel free to subscribe for more honest descriptions on, you know, the Straw Hats, the Warlords, and let me know what you want in the future. So with all that said and done, let's begin. And how could we start with anyone that isn't One Piece's Gildarts, otherwise known as Shanks? Now, before getting into the meat and potatoes of Shanks' description, we must understand that all the comparisons to Gildarts will be in the Fairy Tail honest description video and all the members of Fairy Tail, because it's more of an insult to Gildarts that he copied off Shanks than to Shanks, who was copied off of for his pure badassery. That said, Shanks has the devil fruit known as the badass yomi, because no matter how badass anyone is, maybe you rescued a drowning pregnant lady, maybe you melted an entire arena in Fairy Tail by just walking into it, maybe you came back to life and took on the entire Ninja Alliance at the same time and managed to kill a bunch of fodders. But you will never be Shanks challenging all the world powers and having no one step forward type of badass. Nux, you said all the world powers? That's not true. It was only Whitebeard guys, Blackbeard guys, and the Marines. What about Kaido? Yeah, Kaido, the guy that he stopped before coming to Marineford. That guy kind of pisses me off that all these theory One Piece YouTubers say, oh, he doesn't have a devil fruit. Please, mere mortals can't be this level of badass. They're all wrong. And I know you guys well. You're already typing in the chat, oh, but Lord Twiga was clearly that level of badass. And I said mere mortals. Who looks stupid now? I have to say, I positively love how Oda thinks of everything so much earlier and brings it to fruition later. It's incredible. Like, for example, look at Shanks now. Scared away the unstoppable king of the beasts who can't get hurt by literally anything, as we will see in his honest description. And by his mere devil fruitless presence alone, he scared the flying flip out of Sengoku, Akainu, Blackbeard, and Marco all at the same time, while Blackbeard was in middle of flexing. Blackbeard would be such a sick freaking YouTuber. Oh my god. Now that I have the two greatest devil fruits in the entire world, I'm gonna run the F away because this red-haired guy with no powers showed up. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna be covering Blackbeard later. Gotta save some for him, don't I? But as I was saying, this is all clearly foreshadowed way earlier when we first met Shanks, and he got his arm bitten off by a Sea King. You know those Sea Kings that Luffy one-shots all the time when he gets hungry without even trying? Yeah, that bit off Shanks' arm. Looks like Shanks just got shanked. And he has no powers. And he's still this badass. And Toei Animation, who does an amazing job adapting One Piece, of course, in this scene over here, gave him 2 hands, because of course they read the manga before they adapt the anime. Of course they do. No, but if I was being completely honest, I have so much faith in Oda, just like every other YouTuber on this platform, that it was just an illusion that he lost his arm. It was all part of a grand scheme to lull the world into a false sense of security, where then he'll show up and be a total badass, scare the hell out of everyone and stop a massive war. We wouldn't think he'd be able to do that because he lost his arm. It was all part of Shanks' master plan. But hey, that's just a theory. A fam theory. And since this is YouTube, if you disagree, you're automatically a hater. Didn't you like this theory? I mean, it's not like any One Piece YouTubers make theories with absolutely no evidence to back up preposterous claims. Like that whole One Piece will end in outer space. Not that I have any reason to think so, aside from that one panel with the moon. Wow, YouTubers actually believe that. I thought this was pretty well researched too. Thanks. That's right. Nux Taku, the ultimate solver of plot holes. I've surprisingly never ever heard anyone mention this before, that holy crap, this guy lost an arm to Sea King. And I'm not saying this to bolster my ego. I have a feeling a lot of people thought it, just didn't say it. And I have a feeling it's because it's One Piece, and the One Piece community is freaking amazing and don't like pointing out these little inconsistencies. inconsistencies like some of the worst power scaling in all of anime. I mean, this is supposed to be sarcastic. Some of the best power scaling in all of anime. But now is where we really test out the One Piece fandom, because when you make fun of Dragon Ball power scaling, which has, you know, a little bit to make fun of here and there, the fans go rabid. My experience with One Piece so far is very positive. Let's see the comments if you manage to change my mind or reaffirm my position. After recording this, I now realize that was the best reverse psychology of all time. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that when I wrote it in the script. But yeah. That. Next, Yonko, Whitebeard. And I have so much honesty to spout about his name, you have no idea. Because in case you haven't noticed, I mean, I guess I'll share my analytical prowess with you guys because, well, you know, just a higher form of being, as it were. I'm sure there are at least 24 One Piece theories on he actually doesn't have a beard. And now this was done for multiple reasons. Firstly, Blackbeard is too mainstream. Gotta be cool. Whitebeard. Secondly, White Stash does not exactly pack the same punch. Thirdly,
actually, in Japanese, there's no word distinction for mustache and beard, so therefore Whitebeard makes sense in Japanese.
well, thank you, One Piece plebeian. I'm not watching it in Japanese. Why is his English name Whitebeard, not White Stash? Honestly, I would have preferred if it was White Stash. Mustached characters are known to be badass. Armstrong, Lord Escanor, Lord Twigo, Kaido. And if Voldemort had a nose, he'd probably have a mustache too. He seemed like that type of guy. But speaking of beards, Chuck Norris would be hella proud of this guy. This guy could punch air and freaking break it. That's some Chuck Norris level stuff if I've ever seen it. This guy, as a half-dead old dude, made turd sandwiches out of the highest level of Marine. This guy had one of his subordinates backstab him, literally, and it was a flesh wound. It took 3 cannon-sized holes, one in his abdomen, one in the middle of his chest, and one on half of his face. And the guy was still standing, more badass and more powerful than anyone at Marineford at that moment. Oh my god, I have to do a video on Whitebeard. But this Whitebeard guy is such a proud dad, a dad to all of his underlings. He's everyone's daddy, and he came to save his son. And well, when they had their reunion, let's just say, Akainu made it literally heartwarming. Probably the worst pun I've ever made in my entire life. But dude, Whitebeard is the biggest troll ever. He swats away a giant with one arm like it's nothing. And after this whole war, when his era is done, what does he say? The One Piece is real. Suck it, bitches! And then he goes, truly a badass. But all that said and done, I will give you the final and truthful answer as to his name Whitebeard, as opposed to White Stash. Now, this is my individual theory, and I'm sure no one will copy it, because no one on YouTube copies theories. I don't know why this became an honest description on One Piece theories on tomorrow. But he called himself Whitebeard, knowing that he should be called White Stash. But he did it to prove how badass he is. This man is so badass, he grew a mustache and called it a beard, but no one questioned him. You try that, I dare you. God damn it, these emperors are so sick. That is until I talk about the next one. And did no one wonder how his fleet got so damn big? Well, I wondered, and I finally came up to the answer. He called them all his children. Yes, his ship was called the Moby Dick. Yes, he went up to someone he wanted to recruit. He said,
"Hey, ride my dick and call me daddy."
now would any sane individual turn that offer down? I think not. Next, Big Mama's so fat, even Law can't make enough room for her. Yeah, not gonna lie, I heard that from somewhere else, but I just couldn't help myself. But Big Mom is the obligatory woman character within the Yonko. Kinda like Boa Hancock for the Warlords, but honest description on the Warlords for another video. In the meantime, being that she's a woman in a shonen and a villain no less. When's the last time there was an important shonen woman as a villain? Let's be honest here. Obviously, her role will be absolutely terrifying. So she amasses an army just like every Yonko. They need, you know, subjects. They are an emperor. Kaido builds an army of beast warriors. Shanks, an army of cripples at his service, but are extremely powerful. Whitebeard, god damn it, he has a goddamn army. Blackbeard, prisoners and stuff gathered together to form a formidable force. Also known throughout the land as the Alliance of Douchery. Big Mom, the woman, has a few hundred children because, well, she's a woman. And where did she have time to give birth to all these people? Oh my god, there's hundreds of them. It takes a whammon, Yonko, to have an entire arc dedicated to her, how Luffy goes into her territory, along with his crew, well, half his crew. He doesn't need his whole crew. He's up against a whammon. And who's the main antagonist of the arc? That's right, it's a dude. And not just any dude, mind you. Katakuri is quite the badass. Did quite a lot of epic stuff over the arc, where the only thing Big Mom successfully did was not die, because apparently elephant tranquilizers do not possess the force required to topple this behemoth. Big Mom just gets a little emotional and winds up completely annihilated by anime One Piece Big Bird. But maybe I'm crazy, and I'm just not giving her the credit she deserves. Do a little comparison for a second. Whitebeard, strongest man alive, at least back when he was alive. Blackbeard, the guy who absorbed the power of the strongest man alive. Shanks, the guy that put a war to an end between the strongest man alive and the world government. Kaido, the ultimate being. Then you have Big Mom, a whammon who gives you spiritual blowjobs, and she's had a lot of practice, very literally, as the most boned woman in all of anime. Fun fact, she probably also has big time diabetes. Next, Emperor, the man of the hour, Kaido, king of the beasts. Immediately way less impressive than Whitebeard. I don't care what you say. If he was the level of badass Whitebeard was, we'd be calling him Blackbeard. I mean, just look at that facial hair. Damn, son. Kaido's the type of guy who constantly likes getting drunk, and no, I don't think he's depressed in any way, but at the same time, he's constantly trying to kill himself. Weird flex, but okay. Spears break on him upon impact. He jumped off of a sky island. Totally fine. And of course, he landed right in front of 3 supernovas, plotting, ooh, they're totally powerful enough to take down an emperor. Then he wipes them out in 30 seconds flat. Do you sense the irony? Yeah, me neither. But the internet wants to know, how is Kaido so strong? And well, there can only be one possible answer. Kaido is actually, now I know you're not gonna believe this, Kaido is actually, nope, not just really powerful like characters that we've seen in this world. It's impossible. Oh, we see he has this massive dragon form, and we know he's the king of the beasts, and dragon's like the most powerful mythical beast of any legends ever. So, I think it totally makes sense to say that he's actually a dragon that ate a human fruit. Of course, that makes so much sense. No. Get this. This is even better. He's a human that ate a dragon fruit that ate an Oni demon fruit. How did I not think of this before? This is such obvious shiz, fam. Oh no, but if you eat 2 fruits, you die. I know! Kaido is actually a poneglyph. And as we know, poneglyphs can't take damage. And this poneglyph ate a human fruit that ate a dragon fruit that ate an Oni fruit. Literally explains everything. You have to be blind not to see this stuff. Or maybe that's just me. Beings with an IQ of over 200,000 occasionally see things in different light and assume everyone else saw it as well. Oh wait, I'm being relayed information right now. Apparently Kaido used to know Big Mom. Well, that must mean that Katakuri's Kaido's son. Of course, it makes so much sense. Why, you ask? Well, because Katakuri is pretty strong, and every guy that ever spoke to Big Mom probably had a kid with her. The Kaido theories are so good, fam. God damn. Basically write themselves. Unfortunately, there's a big hole in all of them, and that is one of the times that he allegedly survived an attack that would be impossible to survive was when his ship sank, and he sank into the sea. Now, I may not be a One Piece expert or anything, but I'm pretty sure those devil fruit guys cannot go into the water. And that doesn't matter if he's a devil fruit that ate a poneglyph that ate a dragon, or if he's a dragon that ate an Oni fruit that was a poneglyph. Regardless, the curse of the sea should have killed this guy, but it didn't. This is why. Because while you may think, and I totally understand you if you do, Oda's been lulling us into a false sense of security all along. He's been tantalizing us with this information that, of course, he's a poneglyph that ate an Oni fruit, that ate a dragon fruit, that ate a human fruit. But in actuality, Kaido has no devil fruit, which is how he survived the sea. How is he turning into a dragon? Well, the same reason why nothing seems to faze him and nothing seems to hurt him. It is my belief that Kaido possesses Hashirama cells. But hey, that's just a theory. An honest theory. With quotation marks. By the way, guys, did you see Luffy versus Kaido in the recent chapters of One Piece? What a close fight that was. Luffy's totally gonna get him next time. He almost had him. I have faith in that rubber bastard. He almost bit off more than he could chew this time. Good thing he's strong. It was pretty close. Luffy should try again. Training optional. Got some good hits in there. Kaido looked shaken. It's my boy. Almost had him. Next, Yonko. Blackbeard Teach. Totally not based off the real-life Blackbeard. Thatch. Obviously a completely different personality. If this would happen in any other show, everyone would be like, wow, that writer is so dumb. But in One Piece, Oda's so smart basing it off Blackbeard. Goda. Yeah, I've been part of this community for a while, too. So damn good. What I love about Blackbeard, though, is that he takes manly to the next level. Most major antagonists, especially in shonen series, are these really handsome, buff-looking, pristine guys. Madara, wicked cool character design. Aizen takes off his glasses, basically becomes Superman. And when they can't be really cool and badass looking, they have to be hella creepy or mysterious. I mean, look at Shigaraki from My Hero Academia. Not gonna lie, wouldn't want a blowjob from that dude, but at the same time, he's creepy as hell. Blackbeard is truly manly. I don't know so many people that claim to be manly that wear their father's amputated hand on their face, are smug assholes like Aizen, or are power-hungry badasses like Madara. When I think manly, I have this vivid picture of a man-spreading fat guy scratching his own pits on a train, and I do not know why. But I can see Blackbeard doing it. I think of chubby, old, hairy guys that leave their shirt unbuttoned, showing their girth to the world. Because a true man doesn't give a damn about his own image. Truly respectable Blackbeard, teaching us all important moral lessons in our everyday lives. What? Blackbeard's name is Teach, and he's teaching us moral lessons? Goda! The other thing I like about him is that he's the only character in all of anime that I could think of that you could basically have a full game of checkers with his teeth. He just needs to lose a few more and he can properly close his mouth because the holes will alternate and he'll only have one line of teeth for a really creepy smile. That would be really cool. Someone has to make this happen. Well, I guess he got that pirate vibe going on more than most other characters in the show. Then again, he's not exactly the type of guy I would want to chill with. And no, it's not the smelly, hairy, fat, man-spreading type thing that turns me off. It's the fact that he is so annoyingly smug when he just doesn't deserve to be. Doesn't deserve to be, but Nux! He has 2 devil fruit powers and he got an army because Luffy broke into Impel Down. Which, no, he could not have predicted at all. But it just kind of managed to work out for him and he's so smug. All part of his master plan. I guess he's more like Aizen than I thought. But I love the fact that every single time he gets into fight, he ends up beaten to hell before the fight's over. Against Ace, even against Luffy, and well, we saw Luffy fight Kaido after time skip, as smug old asshole Blackbeard would have been demolished in 30 seconds flat. I'm no power scaling master, but if Luffy can land actual damage on Blackbeard, I have a feeling that's more than enough evidence to say that Blackbeard sucks as far as Yonkous go. If Luffy would have had Gear 4th by the Impel Down arc, there would have been a very dead Blackbeard that would not have really done much during the Marineford War. Oh, but Blackbeard is the strongest because he has devil fruit. Yeah, Blackbeard fought old dying Whitebeard. Whitebeard still beat the heck out of him without him even able to do a thing. Old Pops nearly eviscerated him and cut him straight in half. After having a condition that was killing him, being 80 years old, having half his face blown off by magma, a hole in his stomach, and his sword sliced straight through his chest without using his devil fruit. There was a point where I was wondering if his dark fruit that cancels other devil fruit powers, that's only if he gets the crap beaten out of him first, because literally everything and anything he fought in the entire show beat the living schnizzle out of him. Ooh, but everything's according to his master plan. That smug piece of garbage, in middle of flexing that he got Whitebeard's power, hightailed it the hell out of there, just breathing in the air that Shanks walked onto screen. Yeah, Shanks, that guy with no devil fruits against faced Blackbeard with 2 of the strongest devil fruits, totally shat himself. That smug douche laughing. Luffy's too young to be called an emperor. Unlike me, I've never gotten even injured by any opponent ever. Smug piece of trash. But speaking of Luffy, yeah, I don't feel like I have to include him as one of the Yonko in this video, but this is an honest description of every Yonko, so I think Luffy definitely fits the bill because, well, if Big News Morgan says he's a Yonko, who are we to judge? So, with that said, well, I could use my honest description powers that allows me to skip 1 entry per episode of honest descriptions. I will not be doing that because, well, judging by my extremely thought-out analysis of the Luffy versus Kaido fight, which is much closer than any of us initially expected, I've come to the conclusion that Luffy is a Yonko, just like Buggy is a warlord. And I think that's really all there is to it. What more is there to say? I think that covered Luffy very well and adequately as far as his role as a Yonko. So, when I do my honest descriptions on every Straw Hat, which will come in eventuality, we'll be covering his major character. But I do think the Buggy analogy, especially after the latest few chapters of One Piece, is relatively deserving. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like. If you got triggered, feel free to leave a like. You basically have infinite options with the Taku channel, as you can see. Also, comment what you want in the future. I'm open to basically anything anime related, be it satirical honest descriptions or in-depth analysis. Speaking of, I don't know what will be coming out first, but I'm working simultaneously on the honest descriptions of every Yonko, as well as an analysis of the purpose of every Yonko. If that one's out already, it is linked in the description, and at the end of the video, feel free to check it out and subscribe for more One Piece and anime content. I like One Piece. I have to do more One Piece videos. Damn it, it's too good to pass up. Link in the description to my Twitter. Feel free to follow me there. To my merch, feel free to pick up some. It would really help the channel. And to my patron. All patrons are invited to the Discord server, where we have wonderful discussions. Most of them, obviously, not totally based on insulting me, of course. That would be lame, right? Discord people? I thought so. We prefer our long-ass discussions and debates about supporting the fallen, something Nami is doing better as the years go by in the One Piece anime. Kudos to Nami. What a bra. And I wanted to especially thank King Beat My Meat, Sage of Snake, Steelers, Pop-Up, Grumpy Welshman, Lazy Rodin, Girthy Worm Jin, Allison Stricker, JD Finchery, Laser Sash, Ethan Price, Frisky Dingo, Soy Boy Theories, an exceptional One Piece channel, by the way, MDQ, Praise Lord Gilgameshu, Billy Thompson, Lord Twigo's Priestess, Salve says, Gremmin, Sergeant Malarkey, Crazy Beat, Divine Reigns, Miku, and TMFilly, who's editing this video. Thank you so much for editing this video. It's really appreciated. Feel free to say something. You have all the power here. And Alan Weebis. Also thanks to the Lord Twigo Rank, Anthony Booth, Cream My Pancake, Emir Zekig, Rowdy, Necro Zindergarten, Cortland Ewing, Zombie Misha, and Kyle the Warrior. But of course, also thanks to the God, Usopp Tier, Tyler Schumacher, Dark Element, Sonny Parks, and Maurice Luis Dreyfus. Thank you all so much for pledging. Thank you all so much for watching this far. Ride my dick and call me daddy if you know what I mean. If you watched the whole video, you know what I mean. If you didn't watch the whole video, that sounded insanely weird. And speaking of, remember to stay weird, fam.